Where do you go to find good cleaning employees, and how do you keep them on your team once you've hired them? Oh, those are great questions, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by myhousecleaningbiz.com. This is a resource hub that has a bunch of different information, from questions to answers on how to get started in the business, how to grow your business. It's got a whole bunch of word tracks. It has training videos. It has blogs. It has articles. It has everything in there. myhousecleaningbiz.com. All right, on to today's show. We have the owner. Check this out. The owner of mycleaningbiz.com joining us today. Now, many of you already know her. She is an icon in the industry. She's been growing the house cleaning industry for the last 32 years. This is Jean Hanson from myhousecleaningbiz.com. Now, you know her because she and her husband, Steve, are a dynamic duo in the industry. And he runs the janitorial store, which is the commercial end of the business. She runs the house cleaning side of the business. And together they have a marketing business that helps you grow both sides of the cleaning business. So today, Jean is going to join us with her amazing wisdom and years of experience on how do you find a good employee. So with that, please help me welcome the podcaster, the author, the YouTuber, the coaching sensation for the cleaning industry, Jean Hanson.
Hey, Angela. It's so exciting to be here today and to be on your show. I just wanted to say briefly a little bit about myself. My husband, Steve, and I have been in the cleaning industry for 32 years. We've owned two cleaning companies in two different parts of the country. And in 2005, we started the janitorialstore.com. And it's an online community for cleaning business owners. And we also have myhousecleaningbiz.com because we had a lot of residential people that wanted more information. And so we have both sites. And I also have a marketing agency and called Marketing Systems by Design. And we also do marketing for cleaning business owners. So
Oh, that's so exciting. Thank you so much. And I should say that you guys have a very prolific series of how-tos on all of your different websites. So if you are a house cleaner and you are interested either in commercial cleaning or the home cleaning, definitely sites you should check out. And we will leave links in the show notes to that. All right. Well, Jean, I know you're an expert when it comes to hiring the right employees. So tell us, where do good cleaning employees come from?
So, one of the first things that you want to do to prepare yourself for hiring, now, whether you're just getting started at it or you're a veteran, I would encourage you to take a look, first of all, at your job description. You want to make sure that you don't just have a list of skills, cleaning skills, and these are the tasks that you're going to be doing. You want to be thinking about the kinds of behavioral skills that you want your potential employees to have. And so take a serious look at that and incorporate that into your job description. And then make sure that you have a list of really good questions that you can ask. Put them into a situation. Don't just ask them, yes, no questions. Ask them very specific questions about how they've handled a situation in the past. Really get to know what they're all about. And I'm going to say something that may not be popular with some people. I'm going to say hire with your head and not with your gut. And people are like, but I always use my gut instinct on hiring people, right? And I'm not saying that you never do that. I'm saying, maybe if you've got three or four people that you're considering, you're going to use a little bit of your gut after having gone through the interview process to make that final decision. But too many of us go on first impressions. And so let me give you an example. If somebody walks in the door to interview for your position, they got a big smile on their face. She's happy to be there. She's excited. She's answering your questions seamlessly. And you're like, oh my gosh, I really like this person and I want to hire them. And so suddenly you forgot your whole list of questions and you're kind of letting them breeze through the interview because you've decided already you're going to hire this person. Now, what about the next person that comes in that maybe isn't dressed the way you'd exactly like them to represent your company? Maybe you're not crazy about the hairstyle or color and things like that. And you made this first impression and you're thinking, if I'm going to hire this person, I'm going to put them through their paces. And now this person, you're kind of drilling them through this interview and you're making it harder. And so you're challenging them. You're not treating everyone equally. So I want you to be very objective as you go through this process. So that's what I'm talking about with, hire with your head and not your gut. It's very competitive out there. And as you know, these days it's about marketing your business. And we never used to think about marketing our business when it came to hiring employees. But you're not only judging them on how good of a fit they are for your company, but they are looking at you and they're judging you based on how much of a good fit you are for what they want and what they're looking for. And it's also very competitive because you're competing not only against other cleaning companies, but you're competing against restaurant employees, you're competing against retail service employees. So it's very competitive out there for a limited labor pool. And so when you're doing your ads, you don't want to just have something like cleaning technician needed, part time, full time, need your own transportation, we do background checks. You're vetting them before you've even had a chance to attract them to your business. So you've got to have a really strong headline, first of all, to attract them. I've got a client and I like her headline for her job. It says, looking for a job where your hard work is appreciated and rewarded, because these days that's what people want. They want to be appreciated, they want to be rewarded, they want a fair wage. So draw them in and really hit on the benefits. One of the things that she says as a house cleaning business owner is, no nights and weekends guaranteed. She adds that word guaranteed in there, and that will draw people's attention in. And, it's also, of course, all the benefits, like if you have health and vacation and things like that. She also adds that they have monthly office parties. So if you want to compete against a restaurant who gives free food, well, have office parties and have pictures of your employees on your website, at the parties, on your Facebook page. Really showcase your business as a great place to work. That's really important. And also to be competitive, can be competitive with your pay. So don't just check out other cleaning companies, check out what the restaurants are paying, check out what the retailers are paying, and try and be as competitive as you can.
Well, that sounds like you're creating a community that people would then want to join and be a part of.
Exactly.
All right. So where do you put these ads so that you can kind of get the most exposure in a competitive marketplace?
I have a business coach and she used to own a recruiting business. And so her saying that she loves is cast a wide net. So a lot of us, we have our one or two favorite places that we post things at. And that's great. If they work for you, you should do that. So, there's all the online sites. You got Indeed and ZipRecruiter, and you could use, some people love and hate Craigslist, but cast it wider. Many people have luck with social media. Facebook, you can either post it on your business page, you can use the Facebook job posting service that they have. I would also put it on Instagram because a lot of the millennials, they love Instagram. And so if you can put a picture of your happy, smiling employees, with a little eye-catching title with that, do it there. Hiring for office personnel, you may want to consider LinkedIn. So besides just all the normal places that you would post ads online, think about all the people that you know. So, friends, family, suppliers, if you belong to networking groups, let them know because they have friends and family. Maybe they have children that are looking for jobs. You never know where they're going to come from. And also consider your clients. If you do a newsletter, whether it's email or we actually have a print newsletter at myhousecleaningbiz.com, and there's a section where you can post things about your own business. Let your clients know that you're hiring. Maybe they've got children or nieces and nephews and friends that are looking for this kind of a job, and really sell it. We're looking for more great cleaners like the ones that clean your home. And so let them know, maybe even incentivize them, do a free refrigerator cleaning for a referral, a free cleaning, whatever it is. And then the last place that I want to emphasize is your own employees. We've done surveys and I've seen other surveys, and employee referrals is always like the number one place where people get the best cleaners, or employees, I should say, no matter what kind of business it is. So the key to this is that you've got to really keep it in front of your employees at all times. Put it on the bulletin board, talk about it in your meetings. If you do an employee newsletter, you want to do a referral. And the way you can do a referral that works is don't wait too long to give it. Too many of us are like, well, if I give it to them after a couple of weeks or a month, what if I lose the employee? Then I've given them a referral fee and I don't even have the employee. So what I would recommend there is break it up. So give them part of it at least at 30 days, and then maybe at 90 days give them the rest a referral. I've actually saw a study where you can get away with a lower referral amount if you give it to them sooner.
Well, and I love that because if you're giving the rest of it to them at 90 days, they have an inspiration to encourage their friend, like, hey, keep your job for a little bit
Yeah,
because then I make the rest of my commission.
exactly.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. All right. So once you have these amazing ads written and you've posted them in the proper places, which was a fabulous list. Thank you for all of that. How do you get people to actually show up for the job interview?
The first thing is, as soon as you make an appointment with them, do it as fast as you can. If you talk to them on Monday and you're not going to talk to them until Friday, guess what they're doing the rest of the week? They're going off to every other place to interview. And the ones that are going to catch the good ones, they're, the ones that are fastest at it, they're going to snatch those people up and they're not going to show up for your interview. So make sure you do it very quickly. Be available when they are. So I used to work sometimes, I stay till 6 or 7 at night because there was a lot of people that were interviewing that were already working jobs. They had to work till 5. So I had to stay late, and you have to be available when they are. And maybe opening on Saturday mornings doesn't have to be every Saturday, but maybe once or twice a month you open on Saturdays and do interviews. You can have an entire day devoted, or like a Saturday morning from 9 to noon. Come on in, we're doing a recruiting day. So that's really important too. One of the things too is make sure that you're doing lots of reminders. So confirm after you've made the appointment through email, send them a text the day of the interview. So be always communicating with them. If it's going to be a couple of days before you talk to them, you might even put them into an email drip campaign. So send them a couple emails reminding them about some things about your company, why it's a great place to work. So being in front of them all the time, encouraging them to come, that's going to be really important. And then one other thing is a lot of people do phone interviews first. And I think that's great because you can do some screening there. But the thing to keep in mind with a phone interview is, unless you're doing it on Zoom like we are here and you can see their face, you're talking on the phone, they can't see your face. So make sure that you're trying to build a connection with them, have a warm voice. You might want to smile when you're talking because it lifts your tone of voice. You want them to think that you're a nice, kind, warm person that they would want to work for. And so that's going to encourage them to show up as well.
All right. Now, after you've gone through all of this and you found the perfect candidate, how do you keep them from abandoning your company after a few weeks? They get in and they actually start cleaning and they're like, man, this is really tough. These are long hours and I'm tired when I get home at night. How do you keep them from just jumping ship?
During this whole process, I've talked about, really selling your place of work, right? You've got to market to them. You've got to make this a place that they would want to work. Thing is, you have to live up to that. So you have to have a culture that really supports everything that you're selling to draw in these good employees. Because if they get in there and it's totally different than what you promised, you're going to lose them right away. And so the trap that a lot of business owners get into is they get frustrated over time with people quitting after 2 weeks, a month. And so they start thinking, why am I spending so much time on this? Because they're just going to quit anyway. And so all of a sudden, the snowball effect starts happening and it gets worse and worse and worse. So put some thought into your company culture and how you welcome people in. Make sure you have a really strong onboarding process. I mean, I've got a whole webinar just on onboarding, but welcome them in, be prepared. Make sure you've got everything ready for them, that the paperwork is ready to go, that you've told them what ID to bring with them to do the I-9, that you've got their uniform ready. They're in the timekeeping system. Everything is just, bing, bing, bing. They're going to know you're prepared. And I recommend doing a little welcome kit to really make them feel welcome. So it doesn't have to be expensive. It could just be something like a greeting card with other employees signing it, welcoming them, maybe a little company swag, a coffee cup, a Starbucks gift card, just something to make them feel welcome. And that's going to go a long ways towards making sure that they stay with your company.
Alrighty, and that is the amazing Jean Hanson. Thank you, Jean, so much for joining us today. This was awesome. And I'm going to leave links in the show notes to all the different places that she mentioned. I want you to go over to myhousecleaningbiz.com. And on the front page, there are 150 marketing tips to grow your cleaning business. Once you add in your email, you will then start receiving their emails every week, and you will become part of their ecosystem. So thank you again, Jean. This was so helpful. We learned so much from you and from the bottom of my heart. All right, if you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.